Welcome back to WFUV Sports One-on-One. Chaz McAdams checking in after our first hour here on Jesuit Airwaves with Chris Carrino and Nathan Rogers. We went from Fordham Sports to the NFL Draft now. I think we're in our comfortable zone. NBA playoffs. Obviously, probably the most exciting time to be an NBA fan. If you want to call in, talk to us, 718-817-2750, 718-817-2750. What do you guys think of the playoffs so far?
Electric. A lot of blowouts, though.
Yeah, a lot of blowouts. Stuff's been close, though. I feel like there's so many series that, there is a few that are really close.
Yeah, and unfortunate injuries, too. We saw Jaw go down the other night and Jimmy, and it's tough to see these teams lose some of their best players, but it has been entertaining.
Similar ways they got hurt as well, right? They both
on a fall.
Well, yeah, but Jolly tried to kill someone.
It looked like Jaw tried to brace
Not
himself
actually.
on the way down, too, but I think he hit it right on his hip bone, too. He shot the couple free throws there, so he had a chance to return the game. He didn't. Thunder had the second all-time
second largest comeback in NBA playoff history.
Yeah, that's wow. Yeah,
and it was
31 points.
It was all Grizzlies that game.
But when you looked at the game, it was like the Grizzlies are up 30.
I think we have someone that's going to have an interesting perspective on this.
Oh, okay, go on.
We have Chris Carrino Sr., WFUV alum, Fordham sports legend. Mr. Carrino, how you doing?
You might want to talk about the other game last night too.
This is just like home. I can't get it in words.
I know. How you doing?
I'm good. I had to call up Chaz and just say congratulations on a great WFUV career as one WFUV alum to another. Just really enjoyed listening to you. Love your passion on the games. Your knowledge of the team is incomparable, and I know you're going to go on to do great things, Chaz, so congratulations.
Mr. Carrino, I feel like the Grinch. My heart just grew 3 sizes that day. Thank you so much. It means so much coming from you. Obviously, beat reporting a few Nets games and doing a lot of Liberty, having the opportunity to be in Barclays Center in that house and seeing and hearing the work you do on the radio and the games you're able to do with your son. Those are some of the only Net games I've ever watched. Tip to final buzzer or listen to on the radio to hear that great dynamic that you two have, and that means that means the world to me coming from you. So genuinely thank you. But I do want to get your thoughts on one of New York's teams because that Knick game that was something. That was something last night. What an ending.
You don't want to talk Kuminga trade buzz with the Nets? No, that wasn't what you wanted to get into. Okay, my bad.
I mean, he should. Kurt doesn't want to coach him.
Listen, I think we all knew that the Knicks are going to have a fight with the Pistons, and I think maybe they're having more of a fight than they even anticipated. But I told Chris before the end of the start of the season. Hold on a second, guys. I'm going to try to put you. Hold on.
What is he doing?
I don't know.
Does this sound better?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it does sound better. Yeah, good job.
Yeah, I was getting a little feedback.
Yeah, you're good. We've had a little feedback.
It's been universal. I think it's yeah.
Do I need to repeat all the good things I said about Chaz?
No.
We got those loud and clear.
Okay.
Thank you.
No, I said to Chris before the start of the Pistons series that I didn't think the Pistons were ready. And I think you're seeing that right now. They've kind of wilted late in Game 1 and Game 3.
Yeah.
Where they had the opportunity to take those games. They just didn't do it. I just don't think they're ready. And the Knicks, listen, they were able to stand up to the Pistons' physical play last night. They adjusted to the way the game was being officiated as it went along. And that's because they're a veteran team that's more ready than the Pistons. Now, I don't think either one is ready to beat your team, Chaz, because I still think that the Celtics, if they are healthy, are the best team. I don't think there's a team East or West that's going to beat the Celtics.
Yeah, he likes
I
that.
love that.
Especially last
Well,
night.
it's hard to hear
how
that.
the Thunder looked.
I mean, with the Thunder too, and also I just want to get your perspective on the coaching. I think Tom Thibodeau is coaching when you say playoff ready. I think everyone on the roster. I think everyone from Huck Porty to Kolick to Jacob Toppin in Westchester to all the way up to Brunson is ready for the playoffs. Tom Thibodeau is coaching this team out of basketball games. He called one timeout in the Knicks loss to the Pistons in Madison Square Garden.
Got
for
a lot
game
of
2.
flack for that. A lot of flack for that.
A lot of flack for that. There's and his rotations. He refuses to play Cat at the 4 and run Mitch at the 5.
they won't.
It is and that Twin Towers would do wonders because as much as you want to say about Cat in the post, he can move his feet pretty quick. He's not like Rudy Gobert getting blown by on the perimeter by Steph Curry every playoffs. He can kind of keep up with a slower 4 like you might have, especially with that Pistons team where they got playoff Paul Reed playing the 5 and then whoever else running up at the 4. So I just wonder how hot is the seat that Thibodeau sits on right now.
And also to piggyback on that as a follow-up question, we've seen it with Thibodeau where he's had this very specific style and it hasn't gotten him to the mountaintop. He's plateaued at a certain point where that second round, third round. Does he need to adjust the philosophy a little bit at this certain point if he wants to transcend whatever kind of ceiling he has on his success right now?
Well, just to go back to Chaz's point,
Yeah.
I mean, I think that whatever seat it is at Madison Square Garden, and he doesn't use it very much, but whatever seat they assign to the head coach of the Knicks is so hot that nobody even can touch it.
Mm-hmm.
Like at all, from the minute they take the floor. It's just the nature of the job. It's always going to be tremendously hot. Does he take a little heat for the way he coached Game 2? I think when you think about it, double big is something that I think he utilized. Didn't he utilize a little bit in Game 1? And then and it looked like it was working, and then they went away from it and then didn't use it again. I think, Cam Payne was such a huge part of Game 1. He wasn't there in Game 2. I don't know if that was him or the coach. But, yeah, and you could say even the whole criticism he gets of playing just 8 guys in the regular season, well, sometimes that is something that can help you in the playoffs because not that these guys are in game-ready shape, but other guys that maybe don't get as much of a run when you need them, you now know what they are and you know how they can be used in the postseason. They have a little experience during the regular season. I hate to say Tom Thibodeau's on the hot seat because I don't know what you're looking for out of this Knicks team this year. Like if they get to the second round and lose to the Celtics, is that a failure?
I think the perspective was, I guess his job security is because of how, again, like tooting your own horn as a fan, how good and dominant the Celtics are and specifically have been over the Knicks this year. I think his job security was based on this first round series because I think the feeling in Madison Square Garden right above Penn Station was that a loss to the Celtics was inevitable. So it's how you lose to that Celtics team. And also how dominant you are in that first round versus the Pistons.
And another element to it is that right now, in comparison to other off seasons or just other times in the NBA, there's a lot of really good coaches that don't have jobs right now. Mike Malone.
The market is so good.
Mike Malone's such a perfect fit for the Knicks in so many ways.
And honestly, who's also not really comfortable in this spot is Storrs, Connecticut.
Ooh,
don't do that. That is
don't do that.
Such a possibility. I think it's a very
after the
big
whole Laker
possibility.
thing last. Don't do that. But I was thinking,
listen,
Snyder.
There's a sense of you could look back and even in the Nets situation a few years back where it didn't look like maybe Steve Nash wasn't panning out and Ime Udoka was about to leave. Do you make that preemptive strike by getting rid of a guy maybe before he deserved it? But you knew you had a coach walking out the door, could you save that coach from walking out the door? So, yes, if you believed in Mike Malone or you believe that you can get Danny Hurley and you think that he would make a difference more so than Tibbs, all right, then I see you want to do that. But is that really the case? I don't know. I think what you're going to look at is when they play the Celtics, how close are they to the Celtics? Like when they play them in that series next round, and I'm assuming that's going to happen.
I know. I was about to say it's looking like an if. It's looking like an if, game in and game out.
The next game is
I think they will. I think
I agree.
they survived last night. I think that was a huge game. But I think when they play them, how close are they? What's the eye test? How does it feel? Right? Are they close? Did they take a step forward where they're just maybe a hard play away from winning a series against the Celtics, or are they just outclassed? And that, I think, is going to be a big question as to going to answer your question.
Hey, Mr. Carrino. Thank you for calling in. I just have a question about the inadvertent whistle at the end of the game against the Pistons. That's sparking a lot of controversy, and talking about home court advantage, and Hart was talking about what do you guys think? Like it's definitely home court advantage. So what are your thoughts on that? And then they get the ball and obviously throw it away with .5 left. But what's
both
the
teams
process on
almost got
that?
screwed a couple of times there at the
Yeah.
end. I mean, but I do think it was funny because the clock going off actually, it normally you start a clock, it was going to work against the Pistons, but then it was really working for the Pistons because of the illegal clock start, they now got to inbound the ball out of bounds. Now it's still .5. It was really going to have that was really going to be a tough play anyway. But I don't know. The Knicks, I thought, should have been really much more upset about the fact that they almost should have gotten a do-over on the free throw.
Completely.
I know
agree.
you couldn't do that.
It just
but
felt
that's
like
how-
you're going. Yeah.
That would be the thing that I would have been annoyed. Like Brunson looked over at the scorer's table, like, "What are you doing?" And because it was really, they started the clock sooner. It helped the Pistons.
Yeah, definitely.
No, I was going to say it helped the Pistons.
Yeah, it was to the benefit of the Pistons. That whole sequence is messy. Mr. Carrino, thank you so much for calling it. It means the world, and especially be here with a broadcast partner and your son, and having this final show. Just having you be a part of it means the world. Thank you so much.
Guys, Chaz, again, congratulations on a great WFUV career. You're part of the brotherhood forever now. And Buzz, I'll talk to you later.
Bye now.
That was awesome. That was
Pretty cool.
highlight of the show. Super
was
cool.
awesome.
Very
we
cool.
gotta hit a quick break. That was NBA East playoffs. I love that talk.
Getting to West as well.
Yeah. We'll be right back talking NBA playoffs going out west after this break on WFUV Sports 1-on-1.